And those are live shots as they leave the paddock, and let's bring you an update on the betting because Black Bubbly's 9-4. Did touch 2-1 at one stage. Little bit of opposition for Zamoyski. Should relish this sort of trip and ground. He went 100-30. He's back out to 7-2 again. Looks as though they're playing around the front too.
Thank you very much, Alex. Now you've got two choices, Jonathan. We can either look at some form, or we can talk about Sigurisi, because I missed Sigurisi in the paddock, Philip Hobbs runner.
All right. Well, very briefly. Long absence, ran very well at Sandown in a huge field. Off the back of that, favourite at Lingfield, pulled up. Now, it can't have been the ground, I don't think, because it was heavy at Sandown, and it wouldn't have been as bad at Lingfield, but he just, it leaves him with something to prove, doesn't it?
You saw him flying through shot there, Sigurisi, under Sean Houlihan, who sadly won't be riding against his younger brother here, with 2020 and King Cool being absent.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could have a quick look at Panic and Run's run at Leicester.
I'm sure we can do that.
Good, because I thought it was one of those, I need this for a handicap mark, and I need to show enough to get it. Well, there he is, held up. What comes as a surprise, and he's still going. He's still going all right when he makes a bit of a mess of 2 out, which I think is probably the one they're coming to. There you go, and that's cost him momentum. And after that, you'd think he might drop away, but he's only beaten 9 lengths at the end. As we follow it all the way through, he keeps on in pretty reasonable style, and a mark of 106 doesn't.
I don't think it was a gift.
No, it's not a gift. There's a sort of certain factored in anticipated improvement. As they go past the line, as you'll see, he's right behind the 4th and 5th horses. If there's a deal more to come from him, which I suspect there is, he'd be a proper player in this.
Black Buble is the 15-8 favourite to get back in the winner's enclosure. He had his chance at Warwick last month when finishing in 3rd, but it was a step back in the right direction, because he certainly struggled a bit when he went from 96 up to 108.
Yeah, that was the problem, wasn't it? That the one win was gained so easily that the handicapper made life very difficult for him. But I mean, he's favourite because he's run 2 solid races in defeat this season, whereas Sigurisi pulled up last time. So Zamoyski is away from Southall. Yeah, It's Okay, he didn't run very well last time. Panic and Run hasn't been placed. So your favourite is obvious. Whether he wins is another matter.
So 30 seconds to post time. I mean, for what I think is worth, I think It's Okay is, I think, generously priced at 6-1. She beat a useful mare convincingly enough at Leicester. I think this ground will be ideal for It's Okay. She really didn't run very well at Fakenham, but perhaps she just didn't like the track. What did you think?
Well, I was quite keen on Panic and Run, but given it's only half a point longer than It's Okay, I'll certainly take your argument, because I think It's Okay is overpriced as well.
Okay, well, it is post time. I think they're going to come in, so it's time to introduce Tim Peters, calling them home today. Hi, Tim.
Hi, David. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I've been called in for the opener here. And just the 7 as mentioned, non-runners then 7 and 8, and they are making their way forwards to the starter. So being called in, and they're off. Racing for the opener, the Weatherby Scientific Conditional Jockeys Handicap Hurdle, and Benton's Lad has been sent off straight into the lead. Benton's Lad going on from Evron as they head towards the first flight. And the 7 Take It Oh Well. Evron jumped a little bit out to the left, going slightly wider. Zamoyski, often ridden handily, is not far off the speed. And behind is Sigurisi, those yellow sleeves on the inner, tracking Benton's Lad. Then we have It's Okay, who comes next as they head towards flight number 2 of the 10. Benton's Lad didn't get that high there, brushed his way through the top of it, held up towards the back. Black Buble with the yellow cap, much quicker away than he was at Warwick last time, and one behind, and that's Panic and Run and Richard Patrick. So they've cleared the first 2 flights of hurdles and have quite a long run then towards flight number 3, and Benton's Lad is leading by about a length and a half here to Zamoyski in second place. Zamoyski about 2 lengths now off the pace. Running slightly wider is Evron in the two-tone green, and then in behind that is Sigarisi, who's towards the inside of It's OK with that white cap under Lewis Stones as they head towards flight number 3. Black Buble is out the back still with Panic and Run. So they've cleared the first 3 flights and they're starting to make their journey towards home for the first time. So Benton's Lad and Tom Humphreys moving on here by about 2 lengths to Zamoyski, all wins previously at Southwell in second place. Then in third is Evron, looking for a first win today. Sigarisi, Sean Houlihan is by the rail. Then in behind we have It's OK, who's held up towards the rear. She's up in trip today. Black Buble with that noseband and the yellow cap, and Panic and Run just about the overall back marker as they head towards flight number 4. All skip over safely. Benton's Lad then in the lead here by about a length to Zamoyski. Then in behind we have Sigarisi on that far side. Out to the right as we look is Evron. Again, he was a bit untidy at that flight. It's OK in midfield. Tracked through by Black Buble and also Panic and Run. So they head past us then. And the 7 runners separated by no more than around 4 or 5 lengths. Benton's Lad has a lead of around a length to Zamoyski in second place, and Bryony Frost, who had a winner at Leicester yesterday. Then Evron in third with Sigarisi. Then in behind Sigarisi is It's OK. Black Buble follows these slightly wider off Panic and Run, but the 7 runners again pretty well grouped up as they take their right-hander away and start to make their way down towards the back straight once again. So heading towards their starting point in this Weatherby Scientific Conditional Jockeys Handicap Hurdle. Benton's Lad with a lead of around half a length to Zamoyski in second. Evron is in third place, only about a length and a half off the speed at the moment. In behind It's OK on the outside of Sigarisi. Panic and Run is still towards the back of the field, towards the inside at this stage as they race down towards their next, with Black Buble still running slightly wider, but no more than 4 lengths off the gallop. Jumping over the next flight. Zamoyski jumped that nicely, and for the first time touched down into the lead. Zamoyski on the outside of a ridden along now Benton's Lad. They are very tightly packed. In behind is Sigarisi, with also It's OK. Out wide still is Evron, with in behind Black Buble, and then comes Panic and Run. Zamoyski again jumped that nicely. Has a whole queue of runners around though. Still Sigarisi and Benton's Lad getting reminders on the inside. It's OK, it's only a length off the pace and has travelled notably well. So is Black Buble in behind. Ridden along is Evron out wide, and Panic and Run is at the back, but no more than 4 lengths off the gallop. So heading away from the far side, making their way towards the final 3 flights. Zamoyski just about in the lead from Sigarisi. It's OK, has been lobbing along on the outside. So is Black Buble in behind. Panic and Run's made up a couple of places. Benton's Lad and Evron have been under pressure with a circuit to go, and they're both struggling. Over 3 from the finish. Zamoyski got over in front. Sigarisi is still on the inside by the rail with It's OK, still travelling very powerfully, moving alongside Zamoyski. They're being tracked through by Black Buble in 4th place. Panic and Run's trying to get into it as they leave Benton's Lad, and Evron is a distance behind. So making their way into the home straight. 2 left to jump. Zamoyski, we know, is very tough here, but It's OK. She's just lobbing along. Far side is Sigarisi. In behind, Black Buble is trying to improve with Panic and Run as they make their way down towards the final 2 flights. Zamoyski and It's OK, little between the pair. Black Buble trying to get on terms with them. Panic and Run is also trying to stay on. Sigarisi now being left behind, heading to the final flight, then just jinking around there. It's OK, being challenged again by Zamoyski. Here comes Black Buble though, a strong challenge, and Black Buble now comes to challenge It's OK and quickly goes into the lead. It's Black Buble striding out towards the line, and Black Buble wins it a shade cosily. Black Buble is the winner. It's OK is second. Zamoyski back in third. Then came Panic and Run, Benton's Lad and Sigarisi.
The favourite Black Buble has been delivered after the last by John Joe O'Neill Jr. to win for Tony Carroll, recording his 2nd career success, both achieved over hurdles, and has come home in front of It's OK in second. I think It's OK backers would have been oozing confidence turning into the home straight, but ultimately she has finished in 2nd place with Zamoyski an honourable 3rd.
Yes, you never want to ooze confidence, do you? It's not a very nice trait, especially if it doesn't happen to work. He's very good, John Joe O'Neill, isn't he? There's is a definite brain in operation when he rides, and he's timed that absolutely perfectly.
Take it with a circuit to go. Benton's Lad wearing a visor for the first time, taking them along with Zamoyski in second, and you'll see when they go into the back straight, Bryony Frost obviously decides, right, we're going on now. She's already shown countless times what a good judge of pace she is, and tried to not steal the race, but make them come and get her. He's run very well. Bear in mind it's his second run back from a long absence, and he's only been off 26 days. Quite often they don't repeat it. I think he has.
He has, and he's jumped reasonably straight. He's just shifted left at a few hurdles, which I'm sure they'll be looking for a race for him back at Southall.
That bears out your points going the different way.
Yeah, it wasn't marked. It's not really compromised his chance, but I'm sure you would have thought they'd probably be trying to find a race back at Southall. He's run very well, but for all the world, it looked like It's Okay was going to win from 3 out until after the last. You might say, well, it might have been a good idea if you'd actually tried to get on with it up the home straight rather than leave yourself vulnerable, but her response to pressure wasn't great.
No, he might have